Welcome to Palia, a brand new MMORPG that officially entered open beta on August 10th, 2023. This casual community sim MMO, built on Unreal Engine 4, has been many years in the making and is essentially Stardew Valley in third person with a shared open world. So, what can you actually do in Palia? Well, there's a lot of cozy things. For example, you can build your own dream house on an expandable plot of land, uncover the game's story through quests, forge relationships with NPCs, dive into activities like mining, chopping trees, fishing, hunting wildlife, picking plants, and even treasure hunting. But here's the twist. Unlike Stardew Valley, there's no real melee combat, or any combat in general. The only weapon you'll use is a bow, and it's basically used just for hunting. Palia is essentially built to be ultra casual and super friendly to anyone, of all ages and of all interests. In this video, I'll share my first impressions of the game, highlight the pros and cons, and let you know if Palia may be your next cozy adventure, so let's dive right in. Alright, and welcome to Palia, an MMORPG that's supposed to be fairly chill and relaxing for a change. Right off the start, we have be a responsible neighbor, be a kind neighbor, be a helpful neighbor. So I'm gonna guess that this game is very community based, and I actually kind of like this, which is basically don't be an ass. Which is actually one of the reasons why I rarely play MOBAs and other similar games.
Now, where should I start?
A little intro here. Oh, that's not an intro. Okay, so we're making a character. Alright, so... Oh, okay, so that's the guy that both have a beard. So I'm a bit confused, but I'm gonna go with this one. Looks more like a man. Okay, right off the bat I can see that there's a lot of different options for us to change. Quite a lot of different face shapes. Why don't we try to build something that looks like a lumberjack, right? I already dig the beard, so let's try to make something like that. Hairstyles as well, and they actually look fairly good, although they look like they're modeled out of clay. But I guess it's just the style of graphics that the game is gonna go for. Look at these luscious locks. I honestly like to edit the eyes because right now they look a bit creepy, but I can't really find where I can edit these. I'm in the eyes section, but it's just giving me a bunch of colors, and I haven't really found anything where I could really adjust them. So I'm gonna guess that's the only eye shape we can get. Well, alright then, we'll just look a little bit creepy then.
Oh, hey.
I see. Okay, this is an interesting quirk. So it doesn't really matter if you pick a man or a woman. You can get any sort of voice style that you want. So even though I have a bearded man here, at least something that looks like one, I can pick out a woman's voice. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with that. So from what I'm seeing here, I guess the game is fairly high on inclusivity. As I mentioned before, you can pick out any clothing option for both male and female. You can put on makeup, you can wear women's clothing, you can have voices that don't really match the body shape. For example, they do look like a man, they can sound like a woman. I do enjoy seeing these various interesting cinematics before a game starts, and it sets me up for the story. We're popping in here. Okay, so I guess I was right. From the bare minimum information that I have about the game, it's sort of similar to Stardew Valley, except like in third person. And I can already see some resembling features. Favorability of the NPCs towards me, love points as well, and then I can see different options here to pick out. My guess would be there's probably going to be an UI or something where I can keep track of everything around me, like how each person really feels towards me, but that's just a guess for now. The focus bar increases experience gained from all sources and regenerated by eating. The movement is actually fairly responsive, though I feel like I'm running on ice. Probably see here that I'm kind of slightly moonwalking here. Oh, and you don't have to hold shift, you can just tap it once and then you're gonna be running. Wall run or jump onto obstacle. Oh, so you can climb as well. Welcome to the world of Palia. Bro, kind of felt like I was being introduced to a Disney movie. I'm gonna lie. And I guess that's another player right here enjoying the view. Okay, so right now I need to find Ashura and in Kilima. So where is that? Okay, so it's a fairly huge map. Well, not huge, but fairly expansive here. Oh, okay, and you can also move to other areas through various choke points. So I guess that's gonna be the main village. Yeah, so the game is just basically telling me that there is a compass at the top of the screen, which is fine. This reminds me of a lot of games I played, like Dragon Age, Inquisition, Skyrim. Well, look at this purple chat. Oh, okay, so we have a tool wheel. Okay, so left click and we can just mine. With the right, we can select which tool we want. I guess this is where we're gonna build our first house. Okay, let's get to clearing the area, I guess. We have our own inventory here. We can see all the different tools. I'm gonna guess this is gonna get filled up by different stuff like maybe a hoe for farming, fishing line, something like that. Then we right here we can see the current inventory space that we have, which isn't that huge, but there's expansion slots. What else do we have here? Oh, we have our skill levels, so similar to what? Well, I want to say it's similar to RuneScape, but it's not really RuneScape. That's just the first game that really popped into my mind. But I see there's not really any combat skills except for hunting, so I'm gonna guess it's gonna be just archery. But there's nothing really to go on battles against monsters or PvP really. It's a very chill game where you can just play on your second monitor maybe while watching a movie. I wish that there was an auto collect feature, because right now every time I break rock I have to press F to collect it. It's not terrible, but it's a little bit annoying having to do that every single time. You see that I can't really chop everything or break everything because my tool level is too low. So that tells me that I'm gonna be getting better equipment later on. And I see there's also an achievement page. We just got an achievement for chopping 30 trees. And I see there's an absolute plethora of different achievements. Oh my god, there is just an absolute boatload of things. Okay, and there's different levels here, achievements. So I have the first one, and now I'm going for the second one, which would be 150 trees. And I already see a premium store, so what do we have here? Okay, so we can buy ourselves a cute pet. Yeah, so I think these are just cosmetic options. There's nothing to really kind of put you ahead of everyone else, which I appreciate. I have no problem with a shop in-game that's just cosmetics, because the game is itself free to play. It's still in beta, well, open beta, and it's been on Steam since this year in March. And it's getting updated quite frequently, but the devs do need to make some money to keep the servers going, so having a cosmetic shop in a game like this just seems natural to me. And this grid really makes it easy to align things. Okay, so we can buy various other lots, but these are only going to be available once we have our first actual house built. That is a very big tent. Welcome to my humble abode. I can basically make my tent into a nice little storage area away from all the rain. And to make it pretty, I'll also bring my table here as well. Perfect. We are doing good. Oh, and we can learn new things just by this, so I'm not sure what these are, but this looks like a gardening thing. Okay, and here we go. We have our first little plot of land. We cleared this place out, and we even have our very first little tent with a beautiful mountain view in the back. I think that's really good. We have a few chests, we have a few things going on. Let's go explore the world. Right, and now that we've taken care of our first little plot of land, we have our first tent, the map really opens up and we can actually see where all the various NPCs are at and who actually want to speak to us. For example, here we have Ashura, the guy we already talked to. He has something to say. And you will also notice that these guys are actually walking around, so they're not just going to be chilling in one area. Considering this is a similar game to Stardew Valley, the best course of action is to just go and chat with every single one of them. This place looks really good, and then there's quite a few different players running around. And look at this one. He looks
Pimped out. Oh, okay, so we can't swim. Oh, that's interesting. Welcome to New World, baby. Why can't we swim? Is it really that hard to add a swim option to the game?
Alright, and for the next few hours, essentially what I did was just run around the town, did a few random side quests, some fishing, mining, chopping some wood, and building a few extra house appliances for our little tent. Oh, this is a very nice quality of life feature. So you don't have to carry around all the crafting materials with you at all times. You can just keep everything in your chests, and the game just automatically fetches that stuff for you. Oh, and I can move this around like that. Okay. Nice. So that makes it a little bit easier. And I'm gonna grab my house plot. Okay, planks and stone bricks. Okay, this is pretty cool. So I'm not sure if the game always looks the way it does right now, or if it has seasons or something. But as you can see here, it's very autumn-like here, right? So all the colors and everything. You also have a bunch of pumpkins here going on. I might be wrong, but the game might be adapting to the time of year that you're actually playing. So when you add all the resources in, you kind of get this framework here. Okay, so 3 seconds remaining. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's fairly basic. There's not much going on here. But now I can at least move all the things back in and make it more homey. Sweet. Right, so I had to take a break a little bit right after building the house, but damn, these onions and carrots, they take a long time to grow. I mean, it's been more than a day since I've last been online, and these things are just barely sprouts, so I don't really have a clue how long it's going to take. There's no timer really, but it looks like it's going to take a while. There's a lot of growing stages, and you do need to water them quite frequently, so there's an actual story behind everything. Okay, I like this. It's a nice distraction from all the gathering and building. And then there's also this kind of a mystery going on because you don't really know why the humans are coming back. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, I'm smart. Whoa. Okay. If the game has more of this sort of exploration, I don't really see any way to get there. And like I said, we need to learn how to fly. Not sure if I can do that. But I see the quest also updated. Glider, hello. I told you, I knew that we're gonna have to fly. Well, I didn't know, but that was a good guess. Okay, now I see that there's a lot of things we can actually get from various vendors. So we can see that we can get our standard pick, which is like the next level of pickaxe, but our level is not high enough. We need level 3 mining to even purchase this. And then we have iron bars, silver bars, heavy smelter, another recipe like a fine pick, and then exquisite pick. Quite a lot of different things we can actually purchase. Can I actually figured out how these maps work? So it's not just that you can fast travel to the stables. Once you click F, you have various options, and these all cost different amounts of gold depending on the distance. So apparently there's various loot boxes just hiding across the map, basically like little secrets for you to find. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Let's go into this temple and see what we can find. Man, oh man, having a glider is just such a blessing. If you're playing this game and you're new, do not skip this part. Get yourself a glider. You're gonna love yourself after that. It just makes the traveling in this game so much more convenient. It's cool. It seems that we completed like 1 step out of 6 or 7. So I guess there's a few more of these temples left. Alien and terrifying, some say the void ray can enter the echo realm and feed off smaller echoes it finds. So I guess we need to contribute one of each of these special bugs to finish this part.
I've taken a bit of a break from building and gathering all the resources, and I'm basically really enjoying myself handing in various quests for the main storyline, basically exploring different ruins, finding out what really happened to the humans in this world. Okay, so this is a nice idea. You can actually tour example houses. Let's go and take a look at this pre-built house. That was an achievement, apparently. I'm guessing that you can actually build all of this by yourself as well. Dope little kitchen. What's over here? Oh, like a gazebo or something. Let's place this right here. It will be my little friend and guardian of the house. There we go. Right. Well, honestly, maybe it's not gonna be much of a guardian, but more like target practice. Right, and with that little deer placed, I think I have just about 2 or 3 days of on and off playing of this game. Roughly 2 or 3 hours each evening. This amount of time gives me just enough information to kind of make my own first impression, get a proper feel of the game, try out all the new mechanics and systems, and then share my own opinions. With that being said, let's jump right into the pros and cons. So after playing Palia for a few hours, here are my thoughts of the game. All in all, it's a solid game for what it's targeting to be. It's casual friendly, zero stress, and a great option to just chill around. I honestly believe this game could be really fun to play with your non-gamer girlfriend, or even your kids, as the game offers huge options for creativity and communication strengthening. I personally love the exploration of the world, finding all the old ruins, cities, caves, solving all the random puzzles that are around the map, and conversing with the NPCs as they were all unique and had their own thing going on, making them stand out from the crowd. I would however suggest getting the glider as soon as possible, as it does speed things around quite a whole lot and also unlocks various new areas for you to visit. The UI is minimalistic and easy to get around, allowing you to take in the visuals of the world without really anything getting in the way. From my experience, the character creator could still use a bit of work, even though it's not terrible and allows you to wear any piece of clothing for both males and females. There is no real way to edit the body shape to make the characters look more like what you're going for. But the game wasn't being a bit slow at the very start. It was tossing around various bits of information left and right, and even though the NPC conversations and quests helped a lot, it's still not a perfect experience when you're just starting out, not knowing if this is something you want to keep playing for more than a day. And finally, the visual style seems to suit the game quite well, but this sort of style has been used in almost all survival and crafting games for many years. I believe it's time for something new to show up and stand out from the crowd. And now for my final thoughts of the game. Overall, Palia generally lived up to what it promises. It's a chill game to play after work to ease your mind, or even hang out with your non-gamer friends. Do I recommend Palia? Well, yes and no. If you're looking for a Stardew Valley game that's not in 2D, yes, go for it. If you want to introduce your non-gamer girlfriend or mom to gaming, of course, go ahead. But if you're looking for something more action-packed, I'd suggest looking elsewhere. But that's it for the video. What are your personal thoughts on Palia? Do you enjoy the game yourself or have others play it as their second monitor time killer? I'd be more than happy to see your thoughts on the game and if my pros and cons match those of the community. I'm also leaving a referral code in the description box below. For those that use it, you will earn some free goodies in game, which I'm sure most of you will enjoy. As always, likes are appreciated and social media is down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.